Bryant, I guess she's a University of Phoenix degreed psychologist, specializes in relationships. And so she's been making her rounds on different platforms, giving advice to men that we've already known had issues. I mean, you know, narcissistic men. Do we really need anybody to tell us that these men ain't shit, right? And so when it comes to relationships, we received some firsthand information from a source that had an altercation, a verbal altercation with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, okay? And so this is when she was on Cam Newton's show. And I don't know if that was the first time like she had premiered in that form. Now I do know she's done television in the past, Teen Mom and things like that. She's been out here, she's been trying to rebuild her brand. She's been trying to reestablish herself. She's been trying to be seen in a certain light. And so she needed a platform and a subject matter in order to get into that space, because the red pill, blue pill space, everybody's been seeing it, the relationship space, the Kevin Samuels space, all of that is booming right now. And so this is where the money is, especially in this particular category. And so she is now branding herself as that. So she's gone from, you know, counseling teenagers and being on different reality shows to now specifically talking about things that people are interested in, which is, you know, am I going to be able to find a husband? What's wrong with the men out here? Black women still can't find a man, all this and that there. And so it's a great lane to get in, especially if you're trying to make some money, you're trying to really stick out, you're marketable, because you have to be beautiful in order to sit on these platforms with these supposed high profile men and really spit advice and drag them at the same time. And so she did that on Cam's show. So her girlfriend, and I'm talking about her girlfriend, ended up getting her the gig. Cam booked her based off of his relationship with her girlfriend, and did not expect for Dr. Cheyenne, after he gave her the platform, to turn around and try to diss him on his own platform.
Okay, real quick. So she's a lesbian. Okay. All right. I just did a reaction to her when she was on the Breakfast Club, and this before I knew she was a lesbian. I said, how you going to be unmarried and giving marriage advice? Tasha here has been married for a very long time. I think like 20 years or something like that. So she's a subject matter expert when it comes to marriage. This lady hasn't had success in any relationship or any marriage, and apparently is a lesbian, and she's giving advice. You know, that doesn't that sound weird? You know, and why is she being platformed then? You know, why in the community are we pushing this out to the masses as if this is sound advice coming from a sound person? I'm not with all the gossip and stuff, but I definitely can't appreciate Tasha K, because she tell it like it is. You know,
she's able to sit down with these high profile men and seem as if she's out here trying to save women, but she's really trying to save women from men so that women will now come to the other side. And I know, like I said, y'all finna drag me, but there is a lot of imposters out here that are walking amongst you, that are pretending that they sympathize with you, but they are preaching rhetoric that is only personal to them based off of their own experiences because men have done them wrong. She's beautiful, she's smart, she doesn't have a man, yet she's always doing these videos like
talking from a place of hurt.
It's talking about this invisible man, but it's not. Go ahead, Dr. Cheyenne. Go ahead, get the line, girl. Get the line.
What are some questions that you feel are important to ask on a first date when you're like, okay, this is going in a good direction?
This is such an unpopular opinion, but when I said all the women tend to go, yes, sis, I feel the same way, but he said I was insecure. I always ask, how do you feel about your woman having your password to your phone or to your laptop and having full access? That's the first thing I want to know. Because again, being loved like this means we're orbiting. Means I have access. And I'm not allowing you to access my body if I can't access your shit. I'm not doing it.
Pause. I have pause. Okay. And so the thing about it is, like, that was good. Okay. Oh, I'm not allowing you to access my body if I can't access your shit. Nobody should access your body if you can't access their my chart. Fuck a phone. Negroes got more than one phone. Okay, so like she's out here and she's preaching like this from the heart, using a very, very, very mindful, very demure attitude. But she's speaking from a hurt woman's place, and I don't need a psychology degree from the University of Phoenix like she got in order to kind of push this narrative or fit into a space just so I can make some money, because this is what people are after now. You know, this is what people want to hear. They don't want to hear you yelling at teenagers no more on the Maury Povich show or on Teen Mom. Who cares? Right. They fast ass girls. So now she's trying to get into a space and she's trying to seem relevant. You know, she's got her hair gelled down over her missing size because of all the shit that men put her through. And now she's done with men and she's coming back and she's trying to basically educate men. And it looks like it's coming from a loving space, but it's coming from a very bitter, scorned space that I'm 40, no babies, I'm beautiful.
That's what I was saying.
I had to resort to.
That's what I was saying.
Because y'all can't be the man that I feel that I need. Let's go. Let's finish up.
Not, and I won't.
Yeah.
And so that's the first question. And
what are the answers?
Oh, I've had some men be like, like password to my phone. Like, I just feel like, you know, if you're going to trust me, then you trust me and you don't need to have access. And in my personal experience, I go red flag womanizer. Red flag womanizer. And womanizer just means you got something going on, you're manipulative.
No, it's not. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You're not giving context to this. Like, how long have you known these people? To me, this is based off of her past experience that she's selling you because love did not work out for her. You understand? This is why a lot of people I feel are single, because you're listening to people like that are just not, in my opinion, authentic. They're not telling you where their information is coming from. Everybody has an intention. What is your intention? Why are you out here speaking like this? And furthermore, why are these women chasing these high profile men, which are in high demand by everybody? Why would you even want a man like that? You shouldn't even be telling women to even chase men that are in high profile positions like that, because one, they're not going to be the only one. But because she is in a high profile position, these are the men that are available to her. These are the men that have scorned her. And this is why she's trying to push this high school, oh, I need your password on your phone information as relationship advice.
High school
Show me a successful relationship. Show me that you've been through and worked through the things with a man. Show me what my grandmama them show me. Don't come out here preaching and you not living by what you preach.
Exactly.
People don't like her. And I can't wait till her girlfriend get out here and expose her ass. Trying to call my team to tell me to take down the video. You take down, hey, if I take down the video, show your degree. How about that? How about that? I'll take down the video if you show where you graduated from. Moving on, but these are y'all. These are the people that y'all put over y'all. They be platforming them to y'all and educate y'all, and they don't live from that. She lives from a scorned, dried up womb experience.
I was saying that, and the thing about it is that Tasha comes from the opposite. She has been married for, I think, like 20 years. I'm not even joking. So she is the subject matter expert when it comes to this type of stuff. You get so many new people that are just trying to platform themselves and say whatever it is they, feel in this space to try and get more notoriety, but they don't even have the credentials to be speaking on this type of stuff. And then to throw doctor in front of your name, I'm not saying she is or isn't, but the way she answered that question on the Breakfast Club was not indicative of somebody that had a PhD. But throwing doctor on your name, you think that that's enough to be able to make you a subject matter expert when it comes to relationships, but you have to be successful in a relationship to talk about relationships. That's it.
This might hurt the ego, but a lot of times when people come back in your life, it's not because they genuinely want you. It's because they failed to replace you. They went out in the world and they looked for someone that was better than you. Maybe they believed that they could actually find someone that could give them more love, more loyalty, more care, but unfortunately they couldn't. And they're coming back to you because you're the best that they can get, but not who they really want.
I think what he was saying is all facts. Most women typically like to do that, where they want to try and put you on ice and see what they can gather out there, and then they realize, like, in reality, it ain't sweet. The grass is never greener on the other side. As a man, though, your response should be to never take her back, ever.
I don't understand when women match energy. What I mean is, if I'm nutting up, why the fuck you nutting up with me? A lot of times a woman will put themselves in a man position. Bro, if she don't even understand to stop a man's masculinity, just match it with your femininity. Only thing you got to just start talking to a nigga puppy love. Start talking like a little baby. I'm so he'll sit up and be like, damn, see, you always do this shit every time, man.
That boy saying some shit there now.
Like you keep doing, man. Start rubbing that nigga face and shit.
Yeah,
but you got the women out here feel like they got to match a nigga.
Yeah,
with the same energy, the masculine energy. Boy, if he ain't gonna let no nigga try him like that, what the fuck you think he gonna do to you?
Boy, you ain't lying, boy.
But yeah,
I got a couple motherfuckers I talk to right now. They be like, shit, I'm with it if you with it.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna crash out too.
Boy, y'all is tripping.
You come up, but people be.
She must be from.
But listen, know what I'm saying. But he right though. I'm saying I'm agreeing with him 1,000%. Like motherfuckers wanna get with you on some shit instead of calming you the fuck down. Like I came from a household. Yeah, my mama spoke her piece, but when my daddy said some shit, with all due respect, she shut the fuck up.
A woman can get anything out of a man with her femininity.
Yeah.
Why are you matching my energy as a man for?
I think that women are designed to be reactive. I think that that's just how they are because they filter the world through how they feel about it. And so to ask them to be proactive in their thinking is a tall order when ultimately they're designed to follow. So to expect her to not match your energy, her whole goal is to match whatever it is that you're doing.
My went from moving like a wife to a 3 or 4, and it's so embarrassing. Like we've literally watched her change just in her clothing. This whole situation between Papoose and Remy Ma has really made me reflect on the fact that so many women who are married act like they're missing out on something. Been married all this time, and for some reason these married women just cannot help but they want to be outside. They want to be out here getting attention. Why? Why are you so thirsty for attention that you're putting yourself in a situation to be embarrassed, to have your husband embarrassed, your children are embarrassed? Everybody's involved in this mess because women are so thirsty for attention from other men. And it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. I think we as women need to be realistic and realize that it's never going to be the same for us when it comes to men. It's never going to be the same. There's going to be things that are going to be double standards. We cannot move the same way men can move. And that's just that. And women try to do it all the time and it just doesn't work. It makes us look crazy. So for me, I just find this situation is just messy. It's unfortunate. And again, as a mother, how you move matters. It matters.
I could dogpile Remy, but I'm not. I blame Pat. I think Papoose is a cautionary tale because back when he was holding her down while she was in jail, I knew she was going to get out and cheat on his ass. Women don't want the man that they got. You know, if you don't provide that stimulation, she'll get bored easy. The one thing you don't want your woman to do is get bored. And I think she was bored with him.
Unwilling to change as a woman, and you're wondering why every single relationship seems to be toxic. It's not because of the men that you get into a relationship with, it's because of you. It's because of your standards, your entitlement. You think that a man should settle for your toxic bullshit, and then when the relationship fails, rather than you looking inward and saying maybe it's my fault, you would rather point your fingers at the man who's done nothing wrong and has been completely innocent and say, oh, it's his fault. Men are a piece of shit. All men are the same. It's you. It's not him, it's you. If all of your relationships end the same way, what makes you think it's them?
You can't, you can try, but they live in delusion, you know? They know it though. They know that they're delusional. Why do the work when I could just blame you? You know, why I could just project this all out and I don't have to deal with myself ever, you know? And then when I die alone, I'm gonna pretend like I like it.
My dad, so I have one of those faces where you have to see me first, because if you see me first, you're gonna see a beautiful woman. If you see my dad first and then you see me, you're just gonna see my dad's face on a woman. So no one can see my dad first. You have to meet me.
I definitely see a beautiful woman. Yeah. But I was thinking like, I know what her dad looks like now.
As a man, you become a victim to a woman's foolishness and games when you don't have a purpose in life and when you're not focused on making yourself a better man. When you're focused on your development as a man and adding value to yourself, if a woman in this world come along with some bullshit, you can easily dismiss her ass because you simply don't have the fucking time.
Exactly.
The problem is a lot of you young guys and some of you old fools out there got too much motherfucking time on your hands. Your mind and your time becomes the playground for the devil. And guess who's Satan's daughters? females. Just think about it. It's in the Bible. Adam and Eve. Who got to Eve? Who was easily swayed by the devil? Eve. The serpent, he tried to get to Adam, but Adam was like, fuck you. I'm about my father's business. But the woman, on the other hand, she fell for the bullshit because she's the weaker vessel. She's emotional. Adam fucked up when he listened to the woman. So as a man, you never want to listen to a woman, and you never want to play stupid ass games when dealing with women. It can literally complicate your life as a man. Life is already hard as it is as a man. You don't want to allow a woman to make it worse. Free game.
Boy, that was a gem, boy. That was a gem. I always say that. I be reacting to these videos, and these dudes be trying to figure out what type of dude she like and all this other stuff. It's like, bruh, you shouldn't even be having those type of thoughts. You need to be thinking about your purpose. That's it. That's the only thing that matters is your purpose. And then when you operate in your purpose, you go on track whatever it is that you want. You can be able to select. And all you trying to do is disqualify. You know what I mean? Nah, you don't fit my purpose, so you got to go.
We don't like. We make them do it all.
So you ain't like your husband.
This silence is the answer right there.
I ain't trying to embarrass my husband even more on the internet, but he was a simp, and I seen the opportunity, and I took it.
It's the audacity for me. The audacity and the unmitigated gall to sit on that podcast and laugh and cackle with a random man while calling your own husband a simp. And what is his crime? Loving you and taking in your children and loving them like they were his very own. You really thought you were one of the fellas, sitting up there laughing like you're in a locker room with a bunch of guys. You know what? Yeah, man, I don't want to embarrass him, but he's a simp. So you think you got the respect of the interviewer? Is that what you think? Because he's laughing at both of y'all. He's laughing at your husband to your face for not knowing that you only saw him as an opportunity and not as a partner. He's laughing at you, too, for being with someone that you don't respect. So what did you even get out of this? You made single mothers in the dating arena look bad. None of the men respect you because they know how you really see men who are good to you. The juice wasn't even worth the squeeze. Not to mention the interviewer wasn't laughing with you, he was laughing at you. But you was too busy bashing a good man to even notice.
A good man? Stop it. This is clear indication that he's just stupid. And y'all want us all to fall for that stupid stuff. We're not going for it. No. That's why they're saying recreational use only.
When I met her, she goes, your whole family's using you. Let's go to dinner, and I don't want you to pay the bill. I'm like, I always pay the bill. She's like, but let's just not pay it one time. And so there's like 20 of us at dinner, and she said, we'll individually get our own checks tonight. Everybody looked at me like this at the end of the table. As I got my check, I felt really weird. But my wife, Jacqueline's like, we're going to see. Everybody paid their bill. They got up. Nobody even gave me a hug, and they walked out. My wife goes, this is how things have been going in your life. They say what you don't have as a kid, you crave as an adult. So I thought when I made a lot of money, I was like, dude, I'm just going to buy everything for everybody. And then everybody's going to love me. And then my wife's like, dude, you can't buy people's love.
When you give too much, it turns into an expectation. That's what it was. You can give to the needy. There's this whole little saying. I was going to try and look it up. I probably should look it up. Let me see. So give once, you elicit appreciation. Give twice, creates anticipation. Give 3 times, creates expectation. Give 4 times, becomes entitlement. And then you give 5 times, and it's established dependency. That's how it works. Yep, that's what I was talking about right there.